How many dreams have you put on delay in your life because you're simply waiting for the perfect time? You're waiting for the perfect time. Oh, I'll do it when this happens. I'll do it when I get more money. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it next year. I'll do it when I'm in a better situation. I'll do it when I'm healthier. I'll do it when. Question number two. What if the perfect time is actually right now? What if the perfect time is actually right now? So what I'm going to do for you today is I'm going to go over 3 reasons why you should make your perfect time now and stop procrastinating, stop waiting, stop delaying. All right, we're going to dive into this, okay? But before we do, I'm going to ask you, do me a huge favor. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you like the videos that I make. If you haven't seen the videos that I make, hit the subscribe button anyways. And if you don't like the videos that I make, go ahead and hit that subscribe button anyways and help your boy out. All right. So, seriously though, this is something that is a really, really important topic. I deal with a lot of people for a lot of variety of reasons, right? Whether it's taking care of patients or the coaches, the doctors that I coach and nurses, healthcare professionals that I coach to help them, write books, break into certain industries, things of that sort, right? A lot of people are just thinking, oh, tomorrow, I've got time tomorrow. I'm here to tell you today that, look, let's stop waiting for tomorrow and challenge you to say, I'm going to make today, now, right this moment, as soon as I stop watching this video, make this my perfect time. Make this my perfect time, right? That's my challenge to you from this video, okay? I'm going to go ahead and grab my pen. You guys know how we do. I take notes. I'm going to put notes up on the screen for you guys to grow and learn from. And I'm going to ask you to make sure you're taking notes. I've asked you guys to have a journal, keep a journal week by week as these videos are coming out. Grow, learn from them, right? That's why I make them to help you guys advance in life and move forward in life. But I'm going to go ahead and hit record on my screen here so I can take some notes for y'all. And we're going to dive right into this, right? So, all right, what we're going to be talking about today, let's just call it 3 reasons to make now your perfect time. And ultimately, at the end of the day, God's timing is perfect, not man's timing, right? God's timing is perfect. But we're going to dive into these 3 reasons. The first one is the most obvious, so I'm not going to mess around. I'm going to get right into it. Number 1, tomorrow isn't promised. And people, we seem to forget this, right? Tomorrow isn't promised. I am a pulmonary critical care doctor. I have seen a lot of people die, right? I've seen a lot of people die. I've seen a lot of people die that did not think that they were going to die that day, right? They're thinking, oh, tomorrow I'm going to do this. I have time for this. Tomorrow is not promised, my friends. I know we say it all the time and it's become this type of cliche thing. Oh, tomorrow's not promised tomorrow, but it's true. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be the bearer of bad news, but that is true. And I have seen it over and over again. Tomorrow is not promised. So that dream that you have in your mind, oh, I can't wait until this. I can't wait until I can't wait on this. Yeah, you're right. You can't wait. You need to take care of it now. And why can't you wait? Because you don't know if tomorrow's going to come. You don't know if tomorrow is going to come or not. Man, I think about Kobe Bryant. I think about Kobe Bryant a lot. He's obviously was just such a huge, influence to not just America, but the whole world, right? So you think about Kobe Bryant and all the great things he was doing. He retired from the NBA and he was doing all these things. And he had this vision of, Gigi and his daughters, the Mamba Academy and your basketball team. And he had made a 6-year plan for them. And he had this vision of making the WNBA women's basketball so much better. And he was writing stories, getting into film. He had all these plans. And then boom, he dies on a helicopter one day. And everybody stops to think, oh, Kobe is so sad. He had all these plans, all these things like that. I don't feel like that for Kobe. I don't feel like, oh, Kobe is so sad. He had these plans and visions. I don't feel like that because I don't know Kobe personally, but the sense that I get is that he understood tomorrow wasn't promised. So think about what he did accomplish. Right? Kobe is the example of how to go about this, right? He started the Mom Academy. He started film. He started writing, right? For basketball was his thing. He started working hard. He did not wait. He knew tomorrow wasn't promised. So when his day did come, and all of us will have a day that comes, when his day did come, he'd accomplished so much already. He had the trophies, he had the titles, he had the MVPs, he had the family time, the girl that he had all that stuff. Why? Because Kobe understood that tomorrow is not promised. So again, I don't know Kobe, but from what I know of him, I dare say I would imagine that, if you were to ask Kobe and say, hey, are you happy with the way life went? I dare say he'd been like, I gave my all. I gave my all. I left it all out there. I gave my all. Right. And what more can you ask for? Give your all. Understand that tomorrow really is not promised. When you look back, should that day come, I mean, when that day will come, are you going to be able to look back and say, man, I did all the things that I wanted to do? Or even if you didn't do everything you wanted to do, I gave my all, right? I gave my all. And you guys know how I get down with Bible verses, man. So I got one pull up on the screen here. It's James, and this is very important. I want you guys to pay attention to this. So James 4:14. I'm not gonna write the full thing. I'll just write that down so you guys know where to find it. James 4:14, it says this: why? You do not even know what will happen tomorrow. He's saying why? You don't even know what's gonna happen tomorrow. And it continues. What is your life? You are a mist that appears for a little while and then vanishes. What is your life? You are a mist that appears for a little while and then vanishes. We get into this thing in life where we think, oh, I've got all sorts of time. And, I think about me, I'm middle aged now. I think about, like 20 years ago when I was so young and all this stuff in college and just thinking like, oh man, I've got so much time in the world to figure it out. Well, I tell you, those 20 something years went by fast, just like that. I'm reminded of Billy Graham, the great evangelist. The quote he said, they asked him, what's the most shocking thing about life or something along those lines? And his response was the brevity of life. We think we have so much time to do all these things. And here you got Billy Graham when he's older in his 90s, right? And they say, what's the most shocking thing? He said, the brevity. It goes by like that before you know it, before you realize it, right? Before you realize it. And it's not promised. Look, the average human being lives roughly around something like this 73 years, right? 73 years. I'm not sure what society is, but I've heard this number, 73 years. All right. What that is that's about 26,000 days. 26,000 days. So just imagine this. Look at this. Let's just say that each one of these is a day. I'm just drawing a lot of lines. And of course, you can make it out to scale, act like this is 26,000. So just think about this. Just think about this. Each one of these is a day. That's yesterday. It's gone. Today, gone. Tomorrow, gone. You're going to keep on going by. How many of these days will you let pass by before you say, okay, not tomorrow, now, today, I'm starting? I forgot who said it, but I heard this on a podcast in the past. Like somebody quotes and says, we're always saying one day, one day, one day, one day. What if you said instead of one day, it's day one? It's day one, right? I forgot whose quote that is. I heard it recently. I've heard it all over the years again, but it's such a powerful quote. What if instead of saying one day, you say day one, right? All these days are going away. When are you going to stop and say, boom, this is the day that I'm going to start. I'm not going to wait anymore. I'm chasing my dreams today. I'm going to stop waiting. What is it? Ask yourself this seriously. What is it going to take for you to say, okay, I have the courage, I have the confidence, I'm going to start? Let's be real with ourselves, right? You're not waiting for the perfect time, perfect time, perfect time. You're afraid. And that's okay. It's okay to be afraid. But the first thing is go ahead and admit that you're afraid. I'm afraid of a lot of things too. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I get afraid too. And I've got things in my life that I've been waiting for, but I'm convicted. I'm telling myself now, this is day one. I'm starting. So come on this journey with me. I am starting, right? All right, let's move into the second point, and this is critical here. So, reason number 2 to stop waiting, to stop procrastinating, to stop thinking that you have time. Reason number 2 to stop waiting to chase your dreams, stop waiting for the perfect time, is that there might be somebody. So, say somebody is waiting for you to become, sorry, there's a lot I'm writing here, but it's important, to become the person you're meant to be. Somebody is waiting for you to become the person that you are meant to be. Take a moment and just let that settle in. Take a moment to let that settle in. I think about it all the time in healthcare. When I see something amazing, when I see God working in hospitals, and I just see something amazing happen to a patient, I sometimes ask myself, man, I wonder what the outcome may have been if that person wasn't his nurse, or if that person wasn't his surgeon, if that person wasn't his physical therapist, whatever. I wonder what the outcome may have been if that healthcare professional was not in that person's life right at that time, right? I've had situations, again, I'm a critical care doctor, pulmonary critical care. I've had situations, and most of us doctors have, right, where patients are like, oh my goodness, thank you, you're a godsend, and you're hugging you, and you're so excited, you did this for me, or you did this for my family, whatever. I've had these situations, right, and patients are like, oh my, I'm so thankful it was you, I'm so thankful this happened, that happened. I've had situations where patients literally thought that a patient's family member literally thought I was an angel. Right? They're like, oh, are you an angel? You must be an angel. God sent you. You must be an angel, right? Literally thought I was an angel and just thanking me for what happened with their family member, right? I just think, what if I didn't go to med school? What if I didn't become a doctor? What would have happened to that patient? I have no idea. You talk about butterfly effects. Maybe God would have sent somebody else in there. I have no idea what would have happened. But that helps you understand the general concept. Is somebody waiting for you to become the person that you are meant to be? Is somebody waiting for you to become? Is there for those of us in healthcare, right? I talk to young folks all the time, and I say, you got to realize there's a patient 10 years down the line. This life might be at stake, and you are going to be the person that God uses to bring this patient through. Maybe you want to go into the ministry, right? There's somebody who's lost out there in this world. You don't know who they are. You haven't met them yet. And their soul, their salvation might be at stake, and you might be the person that God sends to preach the gospel to. Maybe you're going into the Navy, right? There's somebody out there somewhere in this world who might be in a dire situation 10 years from now. You don't know it yet. They don't know it yet. 10 years from now, they might be in a dire situation. They might be a hostage, anything. They might be whatever, stuck in the middle of the ocean, anything. And you're the person who's going to get dispatched to go out there and to save them. But what if you decide you don't want to go? You don't want to take that jump and go into the Navy? What if you decide that you don't want to take that jump and go into ministry? What if you decide that you don't want to take that jump and go to med school? If you decide that, that's fine. But what if you're scared because you're waiting for the perfect time? Let's not be scared. Let's not say one day, right? What if today is the perfect time for you to chase that? What if today is the perfect time for you to chase that? Right? I think about I think about a lot of stuff, right? A lot of, and here's an easy way to understand it, right? I don't know. Okay, I'll use this example right here. What if Sam Walton, the founder of Walmart, never decided to start this little store, invest in it, blow it up, build out a team, and build this mega store that we now know today to be Walmart? What if Sam Walton didn't do that? Just think about how many people are employed by Walmart, right? Even something crazy. Think about how many last minute emergency things might be bought at Walmart. Think about how many tools, supplies that have played a huge role in your life that you might have bought at Walmart or whatever store you're thinking about, right? But the point I'm making here is, what if the founder of that store, in this case Walmart, would not have started it? And some of you watching this, you understand. Think about your job. What if the place you're working at, the founder would not have started that place? You wouldn't be employed there. Maybe be somewhere else. Maybe be happy. Maybe you wouldn't be happy. I don't know. But understand the point that I'm making. You're benefiting right now from the vision that somebody else had, and the courage that somebody else has and the realization that somebody else had to start when they started. Start now. Stop waiting. Stop waiting. Stop waiting. Miles Monroe, this is a quote. He says something to the effect of, the richest place in the world is not the bank. It's not Wall Street. It's not that. The richest place in the world, the wealthiest place in the world is a graveyard. The cemetery. Why? Because so many people have gone there with brilliant ideas that they lived on this what if, or one day. They lived on this one day idea, and they end up dying before they bring these things to fruition. Do you understand what I'm saying? Are you getting what I'm giving here? Somebody out there in this world might be waiting for you specifically, to do this thing, to chase your dream and to go make it happen. In order for them to get to the next level of their life, so they're here right now, right? They're here on that ledge, and they want to get up here. In order for them to get from here to there, they need assistance, right? That's an arrow. They need assistance, and that assistance is you. That assistance is you, but they can't get there until you step into the phase. And you're waiting because you're afraid. Stop being selfish. Stop thinking so much about yourself. Think about the impact that God might have for you in your life, right? The impact that God might have for you in your life. All right, let's shift over. And one of the things that I do want to say that I had in my notes here is 85%. This is a stat from online. 85% of people are unhappy with their jobs or dislike their jobs. I'll say dislike their jobs. There's a very good chance that some of you watching this video dislike your job, right? Dislike job. I want you to understand why I'm saying this, right? Take a moment to think about this. 85% of people in this world dislike their jobs. There are a lot of implications from this. One implication, however, is somebody might be waiting for you to be in a position to offer them something that they can be happy with, right? That they can be happy with. Somebody just waiting for you to start that company you want to start, right? And maybe they'll go there. That's one thing. The second thing, obviously, is you got 85% of people who aren't happy, who these 85% of people are obviously, they're doing something they don't like. So that means they're waiting for whatever reason. They're waiting for the perfect time to do whatever it is they want to do, right? So every day they're waiting. They're not happy. They're waiting for the perfect time, waiting for that perfect time in unhappiness. Why put yourself through that? Why put yourself through that? I don't understand. I will say this. I'm not telling you just to quit. Go do something else that you want to, go jump in somewhere. I'm not telling you to do that. Not by any means, right? You have to be responsible. So in everything I'm talking about, right, there's some responsibility. You have to be responsible. You got a family, not even a family. Maybe there's stuff at work that you have to do. You got a team. You can't just leave people. I get it. You're not going to be happy with everything in life. Right. To the best of my knowledge, I'm not sure from reading the Bible here that would promise happiness in everything in life. I don't believe that's what's going to happen, at least not in this lifetime, not before Jesus comes back. I don't believe that's what's going to happen. Okay, so it's okay. We're not always going to like everything we do. However, don't sit forever and not try to make it better. Don't sit forever and not try to make it better. Stop waiting for that perfect time. What if that perfect time is now? All right. And let's go to point number 3. Point number 3 is huge. Right? So I'm talking about 3 reasons you should stop waiting. This goes with the stat I just gave you, but I'm talking about 3 reasons you should stop waiting for the perfect time. And check this one out. You're not fulfilled. You're not fulfilled right now where you're at. You're not fulfilled where you're at. And I'm willing to bet that a lot of you watching this are not completely fulfilled with where you're at for whatever situation. Not even talking about work or whatever, right? I'm just saying not fulfilled in whatever situation it is that you're not fulfilled in. But I'm willing to bet there's something you're not fulfilled with simply because you're still watching this video. You're still watching this video. If you're hearing me say this, you're looking for something to give you that boost, that motivation to get you there. I'm going to give you that motivation and tell you to stop waiting for the perfect time. There's a reason you're watching this. You're not fulfilled. And again, it's not like everything in life is going to be perfect. We do have to be content. And the Bible's clear on this, right? I believe we should be content. But content doesn't mean that you can't work on improvement. You can't work to find you. Content doesn't mean you stop growing and you don't keep on trying to do what you believe God has planned for you in life. And that, how do you know what God has planned? I don't know exactly what God has planned for you in life completely, right? But there's this thing called the Bible. Spend time in the Bible. Spend time in prayer. Spend time with God, right? But if you're still watching this video, I'm guessing that there's something that you're not fulfilled about. And here's my question to you. If you're not fulfilled about it, why not try to change it? Why not do something? Why not do something about it? And let me be careful here, right? Because I know some people are having issues with relationships. Some of y'all might be watching this. I'm not saying leave your spouse. In general, I don't believe in leaving your spouse unless, there's cheating, something like adultery, or if there's like abuse or things of that sort, right? So the do something isn't just like jump off the deep end, like, oh, I'm out of here, I'm done. The do something is, how can you make the situation better, right? Or how can you do what's in everybody's best interest, right? Or sometimes you gotta think, okay, they're not looking up for my interest. I need to take a step out and do something that I need to do for me, right? But I do want to have this caveat. I'm not talking about relationships, something struggling. I believe in let's try to work that out. Let's try to work that out, right? That's what I believe around that, because I know a lot of you all that you'll hear that and that's going to come to your minds. But you are not fulfilled. Deep down inside of you, something is missing. And I will say this, the ultimate, that hole, we all have this hole like, oh, I want more, I want more, I want more. That deep down feeling, I believe that's God, right? So first and foremost, that's where you're going to find your fulfillment. But at times you just feel like you're drawn to do something else, to go somewhere else, to take a step. And you're right there. You want to take that step, but you can't get your foot to lift up high enough and go over the ledge. You got to take the step. All right. At some point in your life, you have got to take the step. I'm reminded Sarah Blakely, I believe is her name, the founder of Spanx. She was working, she had this job and she was doing she was selling fax machines and things of that sort, door to door. But she just kept on having this thing. She wasn't fulfilled. She's been having this thing. I want to start this company, started messing around with hosiery, pantyhose, underwear, stuff like that for women. And next thing you know, she's the founder of Spanx, a billion-dollar company. I've seen her on Shark Tank, right? That's where I learned about her story and such, right? She's founder of this billion-dollar company. And all started because she just felt like, oh man, I see a problem now and I want to be able to fix it. What about Michael Jordan, right? Michael Jordan wasn't fulfilled. He's playing basketball, but baseball is my first love. So he goes and he plays baseball and he gets that satisfaction of having given it a shot. Still not fulfilled, comes back to basketball, right? So it's not as if fulfilled, it's not as, when we're saying fulfilled, it's not like you're going to do one thing and, oh, my life is perfect. This is a constant journey in life. It's a constant journey of growth, of trying to reach our potential, our God-given potential. What does God have for us? And constantly spending time again in the Bible and prayer and working through these things. I'm not saying it's easy, but I'm saying take the first step, start making these things happen. But the biggest thing is let me get my marker back out here. The biggest thing is you have got to consider now. You have got to move. You can't be sedentary. You can't stay still. You have got to act, right? These things aren't going to happen on their own. These dreams, you lay it out at night, you say, oh, I wish I could have that. I wish I could have. Well, hey, what if you can have that? Did you know that? Do you know there's nothing that makes the person that has what you want any more special than you? Don't be jealous. Don't be, trying to take what they have, whatever. You got to find what's for you is for you. You got to figure that out. You got to find it. But do know this, you are capable. So stop being afraid. Stop it. Stop being afraid. Go after what you want and start today. Start today. All this, oh, I'm going to wait. I'm waiting. Oh, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get to it. Really? How long have you been saying that? Whatever that is, let me ask you this. Whatever that is, I'm going to get to it. Think about what's your biggest dream? What's the biggest dream you have right now? Answer this question for me. How long have you had that dream? How long have you been saying that you're going to lose those 30 pounds? How long have you been saying that you're going to launch your company? How long have you been saying that you're going to write a book? That's what I do. I teach a lot of healthcare professionals how to write books, get into speaking, coaching, whatever, consult, whatever they want to do, right? That's what I do. My not my 9 to 5. That's my 5 to 9. So I see all these people who've been telling me, oh, I wanted to write a book for the past 30 years. I wanted to write a book for the past 5 years. I wanted to write a book for the past 15 years. How much longer are you going to wait? What makes you think tomorrow's going to be any different? I rock with people who act. I rock with people, doers, not talkers. Be a doer. Be a doer. The Bible talks about being a doer of the word versus a hearer of the word, right? Be a doer in life. Be a doer in life. All right, fam, let's recap real fast, okay? We're talking about 3 reasons why now is the perfect time. 3 reasons to stop waiting for the perfect time. Now just might be the perfect time for you in your life. Reason number 1, tomorrow is not promised. I know we think, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. What if tomorrow doesn't come for you? Not trying to scare you, but I'm an ICU doctor. I've seen it happen. That's the reality of the world, right? We don't know. Only God knows, right? Reason number 2, somebody just might be waiting for you to do what it is that you need to do so they can do what they need to do. Somebody else in this world might be waiting for you to become that person you're supposed to be so they can become the person that they're supposed to be. And reason number 3, if you're still watching this video, it's likely that you're not completely fulfilled with where you're at. If you're not fulfilled, you got a choice. You can stay unfulfilled We can go after whatever it is you want. Be content, right? Don't be trying to be greedy and do all that stuff like that. But if you have something that you truly believe God has put on your heart, you feel that burning, that calling, now might be the perfect time. Now might be the perfect time. All right, fam. Man, I'm pumped up. I'm pumped up for you. I'm pumped up for me too, because I know there's some stuff that I'm starting now. But I'm really pumped up for you because I truly feel like some of y'all are gonna watch this. Excuse me. Some of y'all are gonna watch this. Some of you all are gonna get it, and some of you all are gonna start acting right now. So kudos to you guys. Shout out to you guys. Been proud of you for doing that. All right. Again, let's wrap it up by doing me a favor. 3 things. Hit that subscribe button real fast. Let's wait. I'll give you a second. Find it. It's around here somewhere. Hit that subscribe button. Like it. Comments, right? If you're enjoying these videos, drop a little comment so I know. Share it. Tell your friends, of course, right? It really helps me. Every time I see a comment, it gets me excited to know that you guys are engaging and you guys are appreciating what we're doing here. And I'm going to keep on doing this just so I can try to help you grow as I'm growing in life. I don't have all the answers. I'm working on it too. But as I learn, as I grow, as I study, as I learn from other people, as I read, I'm bringing what I got back to you all. All right. I want you to remember, you have permission to be great. I'm praying for you, and I love you.